Beurle Future IQ. David will start the morning off at our Business Intelligence Workshop on October 18th, wrapping up the discussion from our workshop in August regarding scenarios and economic drivers. David will also start us thinking about data and indicators we want to track in our business intelligence radar screen. David, can I ask you a few questions about what people can expect at the workshop on the 18th?
Sure, that'd be great, Connie.
Good. What will you be reviewing from the August workshop to help us set the stage for our work on the 18th?
Yeah, okay, good. So actually the August workshop was really quite fascinating, and obviously we worked really fast, so it's really condensed in terms of the amount of time we had to debrief. But the two big elements that we really want to reflect on and report back on is one is the driver discussion. So in the August workshop, we looked at the 20 top drivers that were identified by the group in terms of shaping the future. And they took a deep dive into those drivers and started to talk a bit about what the likely impacts might be, what their predictions for the future, what they thought the future splitting questions were around each driver. It's really a fascinating body of work. So we want to report back on that. Also, we did the scenario development as a sort of a test exercise in terms of thinking about the future and different plausible futures in front of the region. So we want to report back on that and talk about the data in terms of the preferred and expected future. And just as a sort of a reminder, the two big axes that we were working on in those scenario matrix was one around workforce evolution and how that might occur, which way it might go, and what might be the impact on businesses in the region. And the other one was about technology and how industries sort of adopt that, or whether they're lagging behind that, or whether they're really pushing forward on a sort of interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary approach to technology. So we want to report out on those broad scenario descriptions. I think it's a really fascinating kind of future canvas, and it's a really good testing ground to think about what sort of strategies you may want to develop, but also leading to your point about the sort of business intelligence radar. What are the sort of things you need to be watching for and keeping an eye on as you look to the future?
Well, tell us a little bit more about the business intelligence radar screen and what kind of data do you typically track, or how are you going to prepare us for developing a radar screen of ours that helps us be more forward-looking in our strategy?
Yeah, so there's two parts to that, Connie. So one is you need to understand, or need to kind of figure out what are the critical trends or drivers you want to track. And that's going to be part of the discussion in October. So we're going to, we'll obviously have the driver analysis we've done. We've got the scenario matrix. We'll have talked about preferred and expected future. And then we'll talk about, well, what do you think are the really critical drivers we need to track, and then start to talk about what data sources can we use. The data sources, to a degree, and how you can present that is a sort of a secondary question to what do you really need to critically understand. If we're going to talk about business intelligence, what is that kind of laser focus that we need to have on key issues? Is it around trends we're seeing in workforce transformation, or is it in the speed of digital transformation and understanding where the region sits relative to other competitive regions? We'll have that discussion in October and be able to really nut down on several key topic areas, and then start to look at the data sets.
Great. Well, thank you so much for that overview, David. And we're really looking forward to the workshop on the 18th. It'll be held at the STEM Innovation Center at the University of Wisconsin Green Bay campus. So look forward to seeing you there and working with the regional partners on forward-looking action in talent and technology.
Yeah, likewise, Connie. I really look forward to getting back into this discussion with the team there. I think it's a really innovative and original discussion, and I absolutely applaud New North and all the stakeholders for taking this on. So well done.
Well, thank you.